Hello and welcome to Monday Fun Stories. I have a special book, at least to me, today. It's called Annie and the Wild Animals, and it is written and illustrated by a woman named Jan Brett. And the thing I love about Jan Brett and is really cool about Jan Brett is she has pictures bordering her pictures. So we're going to try and take our time a little bit today. We'll read a little bit more slowly and see if you can find some of the things in the borders of her pictures. So here we go. Oops, I better tell you, copyright is by Jan Brett in 1985. So it's an old book, but it's beautiful. It had been snowing for days. Winter was lasting too long. Can you see the little girl up in the top part of the picture with her kitty cat and all the warm, woolly things that she might wear when she goes outside? Well, something was wrong with Annie's cat. Taffy had stopped playing. She ate more than usual. She slept all day long. And Annie found her curled up in strange places. Now, if you look at the border of this picture, you'll see all kinds of pictures of Taffy and some of the silly things that she's doing. She's just not acting like herself. One morning, Annie could not find Taffy anywhere. She looked and looked, but Taffy was gone. Annie was very, very lonely. I need a new friend, thought Annie. And again, if you look at the outside of the pictures, you can see Taffy up at the top. Can you find Taffy walking and then looking like she is climbing a tree? There's a rabbit down at the bottom. Taffy's just out having a really great time. So Annie placed a corn cake at the edge of the wood. She imagined that a small furry animal would come and she would tame him for a pet. Now look at the border of this picture. What do you see there? And can you find Taffy? The next morning, the corn cake was gone, but in its place stood a giant moose. Well, he's too big to tame, thought Annie. I'll have to try again. So that night, Annie left another corn cake at the edge of the wood. Are you seeing more animals on the border of these pictures? And can you find Taffy? The next morning, the moose was back, and a snarling wildcat was there too. Well, he's too mean to tame, thought Annie. So Annie placed more corn cakes at the edge of the wood. I don't see Taffy. Maybe just a little bit in that hole in the tree you can find Taffy, kind of hiding. The next morning, a big growling bear was there with the moose and the wildcat. So now she's got these three huge animals and she still has no Taffy. And I don't see Taffy in the border of this picture. Well, he's too grumpy for a pet, thought Annie. Annie made as many corn cakes as she could and left them at the edge of the wood. And looking at the border of this picture, I do see Taffy. Can you find Taffy? At dawn, Annie heard the snarls and growls of the wild animals. There was the moose and the wildcat and the bear. They had been joined by a stag, his family, and a large gray wolf. Not one of them is soft and friendly like Taffy, thought Annie. Taffy's really hard to find in this picture, but if you look real closely, she's in a corner of the page. All the next day, Annie made corn cakes and left them at the edge of the wood. All night long, she heard the sounds of the wild animals eating the corn cakes. Annie awoke to find a great nose stuck through her window. It belonged to the moose, who was still hungry. Are you finding Taffy in the border of these pages? And I see something a little bit different with Taffy down at the bottom of our pages. There were wild animals everywhere. They roared for their next meal. The little house shook. Look at the bottom of the page, and what do you see in the trees? The animals wanted more corn cakes, but when Annie looked into the barrel of cornmeal, it was empty. She couldn't make any more corn cakes. Well, poor Annie was very sad. She would never find a pet now, and she missed Taffy very, very much. Can you find Taffy in the upper part of these pages? And what does she have with her? All that night, a warm breeze blew from the south. The snow melted and new buds could be seen on the plants and the trees. The wood was coming alive again. By the next morning, the wild animals had gone back to the wood. They could now find food there, now that spring had finally come. And where's our Taffy? And where's her little mischief makers? Then, as unexpected as the warm spring breeze, Taffy walked proudly into the yard. "Taffy!" Annie exclaimed. "You've come home. Where have you been?" Taffy turned around and looked back the way she had come. And out of the wood came 3 soft and friendly kittens. Annie would be lonely no more. I hope you enjoyed that. I hope you enjoyed the pictures. I hope you'd enjoyed trying to find Taffy in them, and that you did find Taffy in them. And I also hope you have a wonderful week. I'll see you again soon.